when you're divorced from the outcome, you're not worried that you're going to get a no. No, rejection is fine. That's the name of the game in business. You're going to continue to get better at sharing your offers and your products and your services. And that's what you get excited about. Like, I get excited when I have sales calls. Why? Because I know I'm going to get 1% better every time. If we're scared to get on the phone with people, or we're scared to follow up, or scared to do any of that kind of stuff, we're never going to get better. You know, I'm going to say it all day long. Reps, baby, reps, reps, reps. Repetition makes us great. Welcome to For His Glory CEO, the podcast for high-achieving women like you who have built the business, hit the milestone, checked all the boxes, yet deep down something still feels off. The success is there, but you know God has so much more. I'm your host, Allie. If you're hungry for results rooted in the Word, this is for you. Let's get this party started. Do you know the biggest problem that entrepreneurs face today? Inconsistency in sales and marketing. That is the biggest piece that hinder people from truly having an exceptional, successful business and living out their calling of what God's asked them to do. He's given you unique gifts and talents to steward, and it's up to you to take the right actions. And I want this episode to be something that you save and download. It's gonna put some pep in your step when you log into your business, because we're gonna talk about the exact things that you wanna do when you say you're working your business, that you're actually working it and stewarding your time well, right? Time equals money. We don't want to waste time doing things that aren't truly moving the needle in our business and giving us a return on our time. So I want to reverse back into when I first got started in my very first business. I had a medically fragile child on oxygen and a monitor. She had 5 specialty docs, 5 different therapists that were coming in and out of my house, and then 2 therapists in which we had to go to a center for. And I was not like swimming in money at all. We were actually dead broke. And my husband was gone 16, 18-hour days doing a PhD program. And that, yes, my friend, is how I started my first business. And if there was someone that could say, I have 0 time nor like bandwidth on my brain to start a business from the ground up, I was that person. But I knew that if I worked smart in the windows of hours that I had, I could be successful. And as the story goes, I was able to make over $1 million in less than 3 years in that situation. So I want to share with you guys exactly what I did every single day when I worked my business. And it's the same things, you guys, that I still do with consistency now to have consistent sales in my business. So you ready? Number 1, I had conversations with people. I know, what a huge concept. People don't have enough conversations, therefore they don't have sales. It is so important. One of my mentors says, smile and dial, baby. The truth is, a lot of people don't use their phone anymore, but the phone is so powerful to pick up and connect with people, which is number 1, right? You always want to connect. You know how it feels when someone calls you and they're only calling you for one reason. Ick, slimy. Connect with people. I know it's easier now to like text people and slide into their DMs, but be curious about people and have conversations. You're going to learn so much about what they're going through, what struggles, what challenges they have, and it's going to give you so many answers for the test of what your service or product can offer them. You don't want to just like open up and tell them everything that's ever in your product portfolio or anything. You want to uniquely gift them a present, right? When you offer something and it's in a neatly tied bow and the presentation's amazing, you get super excited to receive it, right? Same is true with our offers and our products and our services. We want to put it together in such a beautiful presentation that it's truly a gift to the person so they can easily understand how what you have is exactly what they need. When you make it so easy on their brain in these conversations, it's an easy yes for them. So let's talk about how these conversations should not go. Number 1, you talk the whole time. No. In sales, it's a 70-30. 70% you're listening and 30% you're talking. And when you are talking, you are simply just answering the questions that they had and specifically talking to what their pain point is. Again, if you know how to ask the right questions, and hey girls, We got ChatGPT now. You can specifically ask ChatGPT. I'm calling a friend I haven't talked to in a long time. Please help me with specific questions to catch up with them and see if they are a fit for my business or my service, right? And then, of course, you act like a normal human when you pick up the phone. You smile. Sometimes I like to walk around when I call people because then they can really feel my energy and excitement. And it's also such a gift to pick up the phone to call people because it really shows that you care and that you're thinking about them instead of sending mass amounts of copy and paste text. Hey, girl, hey. No, that doesn't really work. So I smile and dial. I still do. I love people and I love making sure I can give them a white glove service from the get-go. I just think it's a spirit of excellence and you can answer questions a lot quicker. Is it easy to get people on the phone? Nope. But if you have an excellence and say, hey, I know you're extremely busy. I would love to catch up for 5 to 10 minutes. Does 4 o'clock today or 10 a.m. tomorrow work for you? Right? When you set up an appointment, you're not just trying to dial up people, but you actually set up an appointment. And then it kind of piques curiosity on their end too. Like, I wonder why she wants to chat. And of course, when you get on the phone, you need to let them know, hey, I'd love to catch up and see how things are going. I also have an opportunity that I'd love to share with you if you're okay with that. Ask permission. Right? It's so important to ask permission, and it's not a bait and switch conversation. You're going to let them know, hey, I have an opportunity or I have a product that I think might really work for you. Number 2, you want to find those right people. So you're not going to just have conversations with everyone. Although if your product is for absolutely everyone, go for it. But you want to be laser focused that you're having those conversations with ideal clients. What do I mean by that? Specifically, I coach women who are 6+ figure earners business based on biblical principles. And I grow a community of faith-driven business owners that want to do business with like-minded women. Now, I'm very clear on my client avatar. So it would waste my time to go spend time with men or women that don't like the things of God or the Bible or anything like that, or that don't even have a business. Right? Those aren't the conversations that I'm going to invest in. I'm going to be very laser focused on getting in the right rooms and finding the right people that have a problem that I know I have the solution to them. So be very specific too. Not everyone is your ideal client, right? You need to know exactly that avatar of those people that you're going to reach out to. So maybe you're starting in a business and you don't really know where those people are. A great way to start is to go through your social media and get curious about people. Get curious about why they do what they do and why they live where they live and what they love about motherhood. Just getting super curious about people is so key because then people are like, wow, she genuinely cares. She genuinely wants to know about me. And you communicate a whole different way when you always make it about them. Okay, so we're going to communicate. We're going to smile and dial. It's very, very important to still use your phone. I promise you can shorten the buying curve by getting on the phone with people and truly hearing what their problems, challenges, or struggles are and how you or possibly someone you know can help serve them best. That's huge, you guys. Friendship equity. I mean, there's times where I say to people like, hey, I'd love to hop on a call. And if I can't help you, I probably know someone that can. That's huge. Everyone loves to find out who says so besides you, right? So if you can like toot someone else's horn and say, hey, I'm not a good fit for you, but this person is, that is amazing. And you already gave that third party credibility too. And it just feels so good to that other person that got that referral, right? And you reap what you sow, right? We're not in like the scarcity mindset. No, thank you. We are very abundant. That's huge to me. And friendship equity goes a long, long, long way. So be quick to like shout out other people, especially if you know that you aren't the woman for the job. And that's awesome, right? And now you know exactly an offer that you might create in the future based on what those conversations were. So have the conversations with those ideal people. And lastly, number 3, divorce yourself from the outcome. Divorce yourself from the outcome. What do I mean by that? When you get on these calls with your ideal clients, don't worry if they say no. Most people, a no is a not now. Like literally, I wouldn't take them off my list, and I still have a working list. When I go to work my business every day, it's my top 100 list, and then I'm circling back with people. And my business coach just told me, It should be a top 1,000. I'm like, yes, ma'am. So now I think I have like 130 on there. So get to a top 1,000 list. I simply put mine in Google Sheets. So that way, when I touch my business every single day and work my power hour, I know exactly who I'm reaching back to. I know exactly their needs. I know exactly the last time we talked. So important, guys. Have good systems and remember people. Remember the things that they're going through. But lastly, when you're divorced from the outcome, you can just know that their no is not now. They'll still stay on your list, right? I always say they're still on my list unless they die or I go to jail. I'm kidding. Haven't gone to jail. But you know that the average is like 12 touches before someone's even going to make a decision. And now the buyer's cycle is like so long and people don't trust. We're like in a trust recession because there's so much fake on Facebook and there's so much hype and just over promises and zero delivery. I'm sure you have a product graveyard, right? I'm sure there's been so many things that you bought that people just didn't come through on. And it's so unfortunate, but it is what it is, right? It's business. You got to like be unoffendable, let it go, and then go find those godly women that are truly going to give you a return on your investment because they're actually teaching you something that absolutely works and you're going to get wins. My biggest thing as a business coach is if I invest in someone, I got to know that I'm going to get a return on my investment and I'm going to have wins immediately, right? And that's how I coach too. I make sure that my clients in both my inner circle as well as my community are going to get wins right away. That is just so important for business coaches, always and forever. Amen. So when you're divorced from the outcome, you're not worried that you're going to get a no. No, rejection is fine. That's the name of the game in business. You're going to continue to get better at sharing your offers and your products and your services. And that's what you get excited about. Like I get excited when I have sales calls. Why? Because I know I'm going to get 1% better every time. If we're scared to get on the phone with people or we're scared to follow up or scared to do any of that kind of stuff, we're never going to get better. You know, I'm going to say it all day long. Reps, baby, reps. Repetition makes us great. And you watch when people, and I can like show you my videos when I first got started. I was so awkward. I was, hey girl, hey. I was sending all these messages, just like working this business, just like throwing spaghetti at a wall. And then I was like, are these the messages I would want to receive? No. Is this the way I would want people to call me? Also no. I mean, the best research you can do is look in your own DMs and inbox and be like, okay, never doing it this way, never doing it that way. Ooh, baby doll. No. That's not how we get sales. And then just critiquing the way you do things. But you know what? If you never try, you're never going to get better. We all start at the same place. We're all going to be a bit awkward. That's why we say when you get started, go with the low-hanging fruit. The people that they're probably not going to buy from you, to be honest, you know, your own family and stuff like that. But they're the great people to start with because then you can kind of fumble over your words, try to get your footing. But I promise you, if you go to that 70-30 rule and they're talking 70% of the time and you're listening 30% of the time, it's going to weigh out so much better for you than if you're just talky and the person's like, I have no idea what you're selling, what you're doing, and no, I don't want it, right? No thanks. We want to offer that gift. So number one, smile and dial, baby. I promise it still works. You will set yourself apart. You'll be a differentiator, especially for those people that are only getting DMs and random emails. When you actually get on the phone, or you can send a voice text too. I do like voice text and I do like video messages. I think that's a differentiator. But if you can get live people on the call, you can actually have a conversation and know exactly what their struggle, challenges, and needs are. And it just will help you shorten, again, that buyer's curve and answer any questions they might have. And then again, if you're not the right fit, no problem. Connect them with someone that is. Number two, make sure you're always speaking to that ideal client. You know, people just thought in the back in the day, like, oh, everyone's my client. Well, truth is, no, they're not. So look at your social media too and see who's even following you on social media. You can check your demographics. Most of my demographics are 40-year-old females. What am I? 45-year-old female. So I know kind of who my avatar is anyway, who's following me, who's really connecting with my stuff on social media. I can see all my demographics from my podcast. Thank you to all the nations that are listening, which is super exciting. We're in like 12 nations already, and we just got this party started. But truly knowing that ideal client and that ideal client struggles, right? You really want to talk to those pain points and really tell them the solutions that you have and how you can get the desire that they're looking for, right? Don't tell them about you. They don't care about you. They don't care about your resume. They don't care about all the things you've done, all your milestones. They want to know, can this person truly help me? Can this product truly help me? Will this service really get me the results I'm looking for? So just really stay honed in, laser focused on just that. And again, when you get on the phone and you have these conversations, you can really dial in your messaging because you know to speak to that one thing. One thing, right? If you haven't listened to my Sell One Thing to 1 Million, I promise it is the most impactful thing. It's the way I made $1 million in less than 3 years and then a multi-million-dollar business. It is so key to be so laser focused because the confused buyer will never buy. And if they know exactly who you are, what you do, they're going to be able to share that with their friends and family too. You will be on their lips when someone's like, man, I just need an amazing business coach. My girl Allie's your girl, right? Yes and amen. Okay, and then lastly, be divorced from the outcome. Why? Because it allows you to just really show up as yourself. Have fun. I have this motto, life equals fun, right? We're coming in summer of fun. I told my sister-in-law, I'm like, I want to make t-shirts so everyone realizes that this is summer of fun. And we're just going to have fun. Business is fun. Let it be easy. Let it be carefree. What if it was easy? What if it was carefree? People get so stressed about what people are going to say, think, or do. To be honest, no one gives a rip, right? People are so consumed by themselves and care more about themselves that they really don't care about you and what you're doing, but they do care if you have a solution and an answer to their problems. And you know what? We should show up as a businesswoman of excellence, so excited to have conversations with people if we truly believe in what we have. I know my For His Glory CEO methodology can change lives. I know it. I've seen it. I've done it. It is like rinse and repeat. It is all there. So I share confidently and with passion, as you can see on social media, every single day. Why? Because I know I can get people results and that fires me up. And I don't want women to struggle in their business. And I don't want them to be stressed out. And I don't want them to hate motherhood and business and marriage and all these kind of things. I want them to have immense joy in absolutely everything they do. The joy of the Lord is our strength, right? In His presence is fullness of joy. I am a joy bomb. People are like, you are so joyful all the time. Why? Because I'm connected to Him and He's my source. And He gives me that supernatural joy. And I want to share that with the world with high-level business strategy and having a marriage made in heaven and loving every second of motherhood. So yes, I do share boldly, confidently, excitedly. And if you're not there with what you have now, pivot. Like if this isn't the thing that actually fires you up to do a power hour and to get on the phone and to share with the client that's your ideal client and be divorced from the outcomes, and do something that brings you joy. Life is too short. I almost lost my life, as you know, at 31 years old. And I realized back then, like, is this something that I want to do for the rest of my life? Is this something that I do all day and I would do it free and not get paid? The answer was no. So I started my own business. And now I was able to build 3 businesses since that day. And I am so extremely grateful for the life that I created now and the ability that I have to share it with other people. So it comes across that way. So I just want to encourage you guys today, go smile and dial, communicate your offer with people and give it to them as a present. Find those ideal clients. If you don't know where they are, go into different networks and find those people and find the solution to their problems they have. And lastly, be divorced from any outcome. Share it with love, share it with joy, be a blessing to people today, and make it a great, great, great one. You've been tuning in to For His Glory CEO, where unshakable faith meets bold business strategy to equip you for your next level. If this blessed you, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it. And if you're a 6+ figure woman who's built the business but needs the right circle and craving something deeper, click the link in the show notes to learn more about the inner circle. And remember, we're not just building businesses, we're building the kingdom of God. Till next time.